We're here for a snow day in Watauga County Maintenance, getting our equipment and trucks prepared for the upcoming winter season. Snow plows, trying to get trucks calibrated so that we can keep the roads clear this winter and keep traffic moving.
As far as the number of pieces of equipment that you've got this year, what roughly are we looking at as far as the number of plow trucks and that kind of thing?
Yes, sir. I have 9 single-axle trucks, 16 tandem trucks, 10 contractor trucks. We have 3 motor graders and 1 snow blower, so quite a bit of equipment out on the road during snow events.
And that's pretty typical from year in and year out, right? Those numbers haven't fluctuated a whole lot.
Fluctuated. We may actually have a couple trucks more than what we had previously at this time last year.
How have you, since you took over this role a couple of years ago, how has the winter been for y'all? You know, most of our winters of late have been pretty mild. How does that impact your crew at all?
It's nice. The mild winters are nice. It seems like the frequency of events is consistent, but the accumulations are not quite as bad. We still have to get out and run. Pretty much the schedule is about the same as it would be. Whether it's mild or not as mild, we still end up running about as many days.
And as far as like your salt supply, is that still pretty consistent? You know, there was a number of years ago, maybe 10 or 11 years ago, that salt was in short supply. But I guess with the milder winter, not only here, but across the southeast in total, that's probably not an issue, is it?
We've not had an issue getting salt. Our supplier's done a great job. Currently, I have 4,400 tons of salt on hand, 2,500 tons of aggregate screenings, and I think around 500 tons of mix between salt and aggregate.
Travis, what is the importance of doing this on a 50-55 degree day?
Well, we like to get this done as early as possible. We know that winter could show up anytime. It's not uncommon to have snow events in late October here, so the intent is to get ahead of the curve, to have the trucks prepared so that when it does snow, there's no delay in responding to the need.
And I've got another question for you. On my website, Watauga Online, I've got a map that was provided to me years ago that talks about, and I forget the exact wording right now, but the primary routes first, like 321, 421, and then you got your secondary roads, and then you got your gravel roads.
That's correct. Yes, it's DOT's policy to remove snow from interstates and divided highways first. And then we come down to 2-lane primary roads and then secondary roads. And unpaved roads are the last, they're the least traveled road. And we do not salt unpaved roads, but we do apply the aggregate screens to help folks with with traction.
So NCDOT is already starting to think about snow and ice. Should drivers, and even if they're not, what's the advice to drivers when the first snow does arrive?
Yeah, if they would just exercise caution, slow down a little bit, particularly in those shady areas and steep areas. Slow down just a little bit so that you can provide for extra traction and stopping room.